everyone, let's talk about the best answer to the job interview question, why should we hire you? The mistake that many candidates make when they answer this is they misunderstand the question. A very popular bad answer is to say, because I need to eat and make rent? Let's be clear. The recruiter isn't asking, why should we hire you? They're asking, why should we hire you? Here's what's going on from the recruiter's point of view. The recruiter has just interviewed several people that, like yourself, on paper, look fully qualified for the job. What they're asking is, why should they pick you instead of one of the other contenders? How are you better than them? Now, you may not realize this, but this moment is exactly what you want in a job interview. They've just given you the floor, an open floor to make a compelling case for yourself. This is your moment. Imagine a big spotlight shining down on you. Now, all you introverts out there, all you technical people, all you detail-oriented people, you now see the true purpose of a job interview: to sell yourself as an employee, to make your pitch. Now don't worry, this is actually 1,000 times easier than you think it is. You've just got to do two simple things: act correctly and say the right thing. Let's talk about each of these in turn. First of all, we need to demonstrate through our behavior at the interview how professional, how polite, and how wonderful we can be to deal with as an employee. Think of how you act at the interview as a free sample of what you're like as an employee. That's how the recruiter is assessing you. So make sure you're reasonably cheery, personable, polite, engaged, and friendly. Secondly, we need to say the right thing. When an interviewer asks, why should we hire you? We need to pick something about ourselves that we predict they want to hear, not what they would find irrelevant or undesirable. Well, they've told us in the job description what they're looking for. Usually under a section called requirements, they've spelled out the education, experience, skills, and traits they regard as desirable. This is gold. A recruiter's job is to find candidates that meet a list of requirements. So if you can convince them that you're not lacking any of the requirements to do the job, you're going to look like a really good candidate. For example, why should we hire you? Oh, I'm glad you asked me that. Well, as I understand it, you're looking for someone with their Red Seal Journeyman Mechanic ticket, and I have that. You also require 2 years welding experience. I have 4, and I'm certified to drive forklift and operate scissor lift vehicles. Now, as you're saying this stuff, the recruiter is thinking, well, hot dog! Or if they're French, c'est bon ça! Speak to as many of the requirements as you can. It's okay to print out the job description on a piece of paper, have it pre-highlighted, and have it on the table in front of you at the interview to glance at. It's a little old school, but it's fine. Just don't be looking down the whole time. Maintain eye contact. Now, if you don't meet all the requirements, that's fine. Just put their mind at ease that it's not going to be a problem. I do have 2 years experience as a millwright, not 5, but I've worked alongside people with 20 years experience, and I can hold my own with them, so I'm not really worried about that requirement. Don't ever be eliminated by this job interview question ever again. And certainly don't fear it. After all, you're highly employable and you're awesome.